What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Savage.
And we're back with a special episode. All right, the beach episode that everybody wanted. Yes, I'm on vacation. All right, I've got Lake Winnipesaukee behind me in New Hampshire, so I left New York, went out, did something with the family, had some fun, but you know what? One Piece doesn't stop except when it takes a break, so I'll take a few minutes and, you know, let's talk about some things, okay? We had the stream, we talked about a lot of stuff with the chapter, but there is so much mythology and lore at play. We got into a little bit of it during the stream, especially about Amaterasu, okay? And it is amazing to me that Oda is going this route with Yamato as far as the whole Amaterasu lore is concerned in the first place, because we talked about Amaterasu a little bit when we were like trying to figure out Yamato's fruit, right, which ended up being the Makami. But with Yamato's flashback, structuring Yamato as an avatar for Amaterasu, right? And let me break it down for you a little bit, okay? So, Amaterasu is one of the top 3 deities in mythology for Shintoism and just Japanese mythology to begin with, okay? A guy named Izanagi, he wanted to find his wife. She had died, so he went to Yomi, which was the underworld, okay? Yomi Yomi no Mi Brook, right? That's the whole tie there. He found her, but she was already getting eaten and all kinds of stuff, so she was like a zombie. She wanted to kill him. So he got out of there. He dipped, and she put a curse on him. Something along those lines. And when he got out, he wanted to wash just all of the underworld off of him and everything. He went into a spring of some kind, and out of one eye came Amaterasu, out of another eye came Tsukuyomi, and then he like sneezed out Susanoo. Now we talked about Susanoo a couple of times because I've always thought that Zoro was going to be the avatar of Susanoo, because the whole thing with the Yamato no Orochi, having the 8 heads, getting all the heads getting sliced off and all of that. So I figured like Zoro would end up being that factor and like take out Orochi. I still feel like Zoro will take out Orochi, but I'm starting to think that the avatar for Susanoo is actually going to be Luffy, because he is the he is the deity of storms, and we know that the D will always bring another storm, right? So I'm like, you know, when I started thinking about all of this and I started looking into some more things, I was like, you know what? Luffy's got to be that person. Now, with Yamato being Amaterasu, right? Now, Amaterasu and Susanoo, they had a little bit of a tiff, right? And they settled that, and Susanoo wasn't he was kind of petty. He won the argument. Amaterasu didn't like it. She went hid in a cave. Okay, now Amaterasu is the god of sun. Okay, you know there's all this sun imagery, bringing the dawn. Oda's not he's not playing around here. So with that, is Oda trying to show that Amaterasu is going to be key in bringing that dawn? I mean, they already have the logbook. They already know what's going to be needed. They are already hyping up Momonosuke, right? Now, Tsukuyomi, now this is the part that I'm really interested in, because Yamato is the avatar of Amaterasu. Who is the avatar for Tsukuyomi? Tsukuyomi being the god of the moon. Now, this brother and sister combo also had a tiff, and that's what gives us day and night as far as mythology is concerned. They split off. Tsukuyomi was chasing after the sun and all of this, and this is how we have this sort of rotation and revolving life of Earth, and basically, you get what I'm saying. But Kosuke, right, crescent moon, got all this moon imagery as well. We know that the moon is so prevalent in the story. Is Momonosuke supposed to end up being the avatar of Tsukuyomi? Especially considering Tsukuyomi is a lot of what that mythology is about is the passage of time. We know that not only did Momonosuke travel into the future 20 years, but has now been aged up 20 years. So I think that Oda is trying to draw from a lot of this stuff to make all of this sort of fit, sort of work. The cave that Yamato was kept in had the same name as the cave that Amaterasu kept herself in. Now, she had to be tricked to be pulled out. She was in there for 1 year, and the world fell to darkness. There was no sun anymore. There was no goddess of the sun. So then with that, there's also sort of a parallel there, because Wano was in disarray well before Yamato got thrown into that cave, but it certainly fell into even more disarray in the 20 years that the Kozuki clan had been gone, and all of that, and Yamato as well. So is Oda trying to say something along those lines? And will Yamato feel that in their bones, that they are partly responsible for not protecting Wano and being the Mikami, the guardian spirit of Wano as well? But then there's also the aspect that Yamato wants to get out of Wano and all of this. Oda's playing with a lot of things here, toying with a lot of things. So it's interesting to see where things will go. I've always said that the only way that Act 3 was going to end was after a flashback. Now we're getting a flashback. I don't think that it's over. That's not enough. We still need to contextualize Yamato more. We still need to contextualize Kaido more. You know, with his whole Danny Trejo machete vibe, you know, all of that. And this actually did more for contextualizing Kaido in my eyes. This is a very consistent man. He's trying to break the will of his own child. And it's not working. So now he's got to kill them. And that's what we're getting. We're getting the fight aspect of that. The early spoilers that I gave for 1024 were completely wrong. I did not see this flashback coming. Did not see it coming. Loved it. Loved it. You saw, if you watched the stream, you know I was loving it. I love being surprised. The only thing we got right was that the Straw Hats are going to start making their way to the live floor. I still feel that Kaido is going to make his way to the live floor as well at some point. So it'll be interesting if Oda is trying to do this Yamato, Momonosuke, Luffy thing with Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo. So we'll see where all of that goes. 1025, I think, is going to be a make or break chapter, because we've already got a little bit of a flashback. Oda really could end the act now. He really could, but he could also give us more. We could start going into the Kaido side of it. Maybe we could go into rocks and all of that. You know we've been waiting for that. We could get more with Yamato. We could jump back a little bit. Obviously, there's all the Zoro stuff. Yes, that's got to be Ushimaru. I'm really getting dad vibes from this guy. When he smirked, that was Zoro's smirk. You know it. You know it. It was Zoro's smirk. So I think that's, and we know that Kaido killed them. Maybe we'll get that at some point. But I don't think that Yamato was there for that. So I think that we're going to have to get that story from a different narrator. We could get Yamato and Kaido clashing a little bit, and then it goes into Kaido's side of everything, where everything went wrong with Yamato as far as he's concerned. There's a potential for that. I'm feeling, if we can finish the flashback, that's when Act 3 is going to end. We're going to get a little bit of an epilogue after that. We're going to get some sort of a closing image, and that's going to create perfect structure. And we know Oda loves structure. He started Act 3 with a prologue, went into the Oda flashback, then did an entire Act 3 flashback epilogue, right? Act 4. That's a way to do it if we're doing the 5-act structure. If we're not, then so be it. Waves are getting loud. I'm sorry if it's hard to hear me, guys. But I wanted to do something fun. I'm not going to take too much, a lot more time here. With Yamato's flashback, I was also getting Sanji vibes. Sanji 1.0, Sanji 2.0. With Yamato starving, and with Yamato, being locked away, right? That was part of the second flashback. So there was that element going on, but you know, Yamato was about to keel over after 10 days, but Sanji lasted a lot more than that. What was it, like 80, 90 days, something? You know, part of me wonders if that has to do with his lineage factor being tampered with, that he was able to survive that long without food. Possibly. You know, Oda has written his way, you know, out of this if he wants. But this is fun. This is a lot of fun. And was there anything else that I wanted to say? The chapter was titled Nobody Important, you know, and we also got some glimpses of Beppo, Chachi, Penguin, and Heat from the Kid Pirates talking about Nobody Important. Savage. Is Heat Lunarian? This man is blowing fire. We've seen him blow fire before. Like, is there, you know, what is Oda trying to tie it all together? We don't know. We don't know. And it's all interesting. It's all good fun. I think I've covered just about everything I wanted to. Oh, the color page. Color page. All right. Got all his straw hats in the front. Love it, love it, love it. The Queen, my girl, Vivi. Right there with the straw hats. You know she's coming back. That's the main agenda on this channel. Forget everything else. You know we got Laws and Sword here. We know we got Tama, Izakurazumi. We got a whole bunch of other things that we're saying. But Vivi coming back is #1, and that's going to happen. And sorry to the Carrot fans. Sorry to the Yamato fans. You're not there with the crew. Although Yamato probably will join, given we're getting the flashback. And that's about it. Thank you for all of the support, guys. I will any new members that we've gotten, I'll shout out in the next video. I'll get you guys in that one. I'm not editing this one. I'm just just doing something for you guys, getting it out. And hope you like it. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Swimming deep, deep. Savage.